All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here, and those of you who are joining us right now, we thank you so much for being here with us on another segment of Story Time. And we're so
Yeah,
excited to have another good one for you. And Armani, can you turn that music down? Because I can't hear myself.
I got you. I got you, my love. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? How you feeling? How y'all doing?
Armani is vibing over there, y'all. He in his vibe. He's in his Sunday mood. On
Oh
Sundays, he
man,
does music and he got it going on. And
yes.
I mean, wow, that's amazing, Armani. Listen, Armani Jones, this is a young man that comes to us with so many gifts and talents. I want to say thank you so much that you even had time to join me today, Armani. What's going on
Yeah.
today?
Man, I'll tell you the truth. I was supposed to go ahead and be out there heading to Atlanta, but man, I had an interview with you, girl. So we up in this mother thing. You hear me? We doing it tonight. You feel me? Shaquana said, man, you gotta go ahead and get this interview with Miss Crystal done. She been waiting for you to go ahead and come on the story time. Said I wouldn't miss it for a day on earth. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get it.
Wow. Well, welcome, Ashley. Thank you so much for joining us over here and following us from IG Live. We appreciate that. We see you. We
Hey,
see
hey.
you, Daquana. We see y'all coming over here. Listen, like, share, let the people know we're here. First and foremost,
Yeah.
this is Armani Jones. Armani is a comedian that I met on Instagram. On Instagram, I've been meeting some great people. Armani, I'm in Virginia right now. I came here and I saw George Wilburn last night, Big Vince, and Jake Staley. So
Yeah.
this is what IG does. IG brings people together, you know what I'm saying? And it's amazing because now I'm talking to you, another great comedian who's out here. Tell the people about how you do what you do out here on IG and how they can connect with you and who you are so they'll know why it's important to connect with you.
I think IG it boosted up everybody's credentials as far as getting out into the world. You know, it's a great platform to to hit that international mark. You know, I got fans from Cape Town, Africa. You feel what I'm saying? I got fans from Zimbabwe, I got fans in Russia and Ukraine. You know, I didn't know I could get both, but this is what I'm saying. It's a lot that happens with Instagram that popped off, especially through the pandemic. And much like a lot of comedians that's out in the world, when the pandemic hit, slowed down a lot of business, slowed down a lot of bookings, and slowed down a lot of shows, appearances. A lot of opportunities got cut when the pandemic happened, you know? So I went hard on these Instagram streets and I went hard on social media. I went hard on, getting my creative side out because I couldn't really get it out as much as I wanted to. And in the regular world because it was shut down. So me being me being up and ready and full of energy to show people my talent, it kind of gave me a leg up. And a lot of people like yourself, a lot of people Rodney Perry, Delay, uh, uh, let's say Zoom Man Miller, Ronnie Jordan, people that was around like OGs, that's legends, that's in the industry. I wouldn't even been able to speak or have them acknowledge me if I wasn't on my grind or have a platform like Instagram, even though it frees up all the damn time, and they kick you off if you play a little bit of music. Like if I say ba da ba ba ba, I can't say I'm loving it, or they kick your ass off. Yeah.
Now, you know
So
what?
so so it is what it is.
And it's funny you said that because last night at the show with George Wilburn here at the Funny Bone in Richmond, Virginia, I came out here
Yeah.
with another young lady. Shout out to Pat Diggs. I met her on Instagram too. So she's hosted me, and we went to from Alexandria to Richmond to check out the show. Now here's the thing. The thing about it is, and I'm with Pat. There she go right there. Say, hey, where's Pat? Pat's right here. She's here. I'm here. This is what Instagram will do.
Hey,
What Instagram will do. It will make you
what's happening?
it will bring you. It will
It's bringing
let you
folks
see.
together. Hey, Pat. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
You know? So listen, George said last night that he wanted people to follow him on his IG. Now he made a very interesting point. He said, now I'm older. He says, so I am not gonna get on IG and tell you when I brush my teeth and when I do this and when I do that. You're not gonna see me posting everything, but I will kind of keep you up to date about where I'm gonna be so you can share with your friends and you can let them know. So that's the difference between the older generation and the younger generation. The younger generation is telling you about their whole day. They posting, hey, I just woke up, I went to the bathroom, I sent my kids to school. They telling you every move they're making. But like you said, IG, Facebook, TikTok, all of them, YouTube is the way to connect globally around the world. But Armani, before people want to connect with you, you have to be doing something. So tell the people how they can connect with you and exactly what is it that you're doing these days. I can't hear you.
Oh, they can connect through my IG and my Facebook. That's Armani Jones and Armani Jones Comedy. Uh, you can only see me at the show. I'm not like a real life type dude. I ain't out here in these streets for real. I don't want to be outside. Outside is wild. Outside got a lot of nasty folk in it. There's still some monkeypox out there. It's one of y'all got monkeypox. I'm not trying to catch it. I'm not trying to be around it. People still catching COVID. It's about 3 or 4 people caught COVID last week in the vicinity that I was at. So I'm not trying to be around. I don't go out unless I'm getting paid to go out, unless I'm having an opportunity, unless I'm supporting somebody that I know, family or friend wise. Um, what I'm doing is staying out the way, doing this comedy. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a comedian full time now. I go state to state, place to place, city to city, city to city. Everywhere that I go, I make sure that I'm safe and out of the way. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I do now. I don't do nothing extra. And if you want to go ahead and see me at any comedy show, go ahead and look me up on my Armani Jones Comedy on Instagram or Facebook. You feel what I'm saying? Or my OnlyFans, because my OnlyFans is really popping. You feel what I'm saying?
Hold on, hold
OnlyFans
on,
is
hold on,
really
hold
going.
on. Armani, you got an OnlyFans.
My OnlyFans is really popping out here these days. It's really like it really. I feel like that's what really blossomed my career like that because I feel like the OnlyFans it really picked up. It really picked up the following. You feel what I'm saying? In my viewership. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to have a scene on there. I don't have it on there no more, but I think I should bring it back. It was me and Miguel. I had the Morris Day jacket on, and in the background we was playing the Get It Up, make sure that around. And so we had to cut off the music because you can't play more than 10 seconds of it, or else they just go ahead and cut it off in the rotation, the algorithm. But it just popped all over the internet. We had to take it down. We had to take it down. It was too good. It was too good for people. So the OnlyFans and the Facebook and Instagram. That's pretty much what happens. Yeah.
Wow. So wait a minute, Armani. What you do on your OnlyFans, man?
Well, you know what? Sometimes I read children's books. Sometimes I read children's books, and other times I'm having a happy ending. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, though, it's only for adults, only for adult content. It's only adult content. From Instagram and Facebook, it's all family program. It's all family. It's all family content on my Facebook and my Instagram. OnlyFans, 21 and up. That's what I said.
Wow, wow, wow. So I have seen some people that said they have OnlyFans, and it's PG over there. There are some people who are taking their business endeavors to OnlyFans, and it's not
Yeah.
necessarily X-rated. So have
It
you
don't
seen
have to
that?
necessarily be necessary. Yeah, I've seen the PG OnlyFans. You feel what I'm saying? And that's good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in the business of watching good content, but I'm in the business of making great content. You feel what I'm saying? And the great content, you feel what I'm saying, it's gonna come out very soon. Squan's gonna have a video come out real soon. It's gonna be her, some red gloves, some baby oil. Y'all just wait. Let's just wait. 2023 is gonna be a wild year. It's gonna be a wild year.
So Armani, let me ask you a question because I know everybody has a story. How does your story start out? You know, every story has a title, every story has a beginning, a middle, and an ending. So, first of all, if your story had a title, what would it be?
Milo's penis and Robin's vagina.
Say that again.
Milo's penis, that's my daddy name, and Robin's vagina, that's my mama name. That's what book title, that's what the book title would be. And then bam, that's me. That's what happened.
And from the time you were a little boy to right now on this day, how old are you now?
It's, in dog years or regular people years?
In regular people.
Okay, in regular people years, I'm 33. In regular people
So
years.
33, married, single, with children. I mean, tell us a little bit about the personal side, Armani, as much as you would like people to know that they may not already know.
I'm in a relationship with Jesus, and the fact that he deal with my shit every day is the one. It's amazing. It's amazing to me. But right now, I have two children, Hope and Faith. Um, One of my daughters passed 12 months in. She was born premature. My other daughter is Louisiana currently at the moment right now. I'm not married. I was engaged 4 times. Two times I had the ring, and and both times it was the same ring. I like recycling, but this the whole thing. I like to stay in a relationship where the uh female she has EBT, and if we both have EBT, it'll work out. So I think the female that I'm with now, I think it might work out. I don't know. She got EBT, so I think I think we can join forces and it can happen together. I think I have good strong feelings about it.
So, Armani, are you serious or was that a joke? Because, ladies and gentlemen, he is a comedian, so I have to ask. 4 times?
4 times. Yeah, I was engaged 4 times.
And
Four good times.
the same ring twice?
All right, that was the joke part. No, that was the joke part. No, like
Okay.
I didn't buy a ring at all. See, this is the thing. Uh, I I was in love with with the first with the first girl that I ever went out with. That I lost my virginity to, basically. And I proposed to her after I went to college. That didn't work out because I was in college and she was stripping. So that it wasn't really gonna work at that time. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't work out. So the second girl I met in college,
Hmm.
and she was graduating, right? And I was dropping out. So that didn't really work at that time. You feel what I'm saying? So that it didn't really balance out. You know what I'm saying? Then the third one was my cougar. My cougar, I was gonna marry her, but her son was disrespectful as fuck. Like this little dude had took one of my Adidas shirts when Yeezy first got with Adidas, and he wiped my cougar's grandchild's doo doo up with it. Yeah, yeah. The little grandbaby was doo dooing everywhere, and he was potty training. So I guess he done shit on the floor somewhere, and this nigga went to dirty laundry and picked up my damn Adidas shirt and wiped up the doo doo, the little grandchild's doo doo, and then balled it up and threw it back in the dirty clothes hamper with the regular clothes. Now this is my whole thing. If you're gonna play a joke, play it on me. Don't mess everybody else's clothes up. because you over here doing some nasty stuff. So we had to break up over that. You feel what I'm saying? The whole house, I had to break up the whole house. You feel what I'm saying? I turned the
Wow.
whole house
So
upside down.
so let me tell you about this young man right here, in case you don't know. Armani is the kind of guy that if you're laughing, he wants to keep you laughing. He wants to make sure that you're feeling good. I mean, it's his desire to make sure that you are laughing. So a lot of times when he shares a story, he's going to tell you something to make you laugh while he's sharing the story. Okay, so just be ready for that. I mean, I don't think he
But
knows how.
this the whole thing, Crystal. This the whole thing, Crystal. True stories. I'm not lying to you. I ain't got nothing to lie about. I ain't got nothing to lie about. I'm telling you right now, the little boy bite the grandchild's dookie on my shirt and put it in the dirty clothes. You know how I found it? You know how I
Wow.
found my shirt?
How?
Trying to wash the damn clothes, Crystal. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? You taking your shirt out and you unfold it, bang, dookie. Dookie on the shirt. I ain't wearing that shirt no more. And I don't feel comfortable staying in this house no more. You feel what I'm saying? I'm finna leave. I'm finna leave. And then after that, the fourth one, I don't really want to talk about that. That still kind of hurt my feelings. Because the fourth one, was a polygamous situation. Like we were supposed to, like we were supposed to be recruiting. Not like R. Kelly or nothing like that, but we were supposed to like have a family of people. You feel what
Oh
I'm
wow,
saying?
you
To
into the
be with.
poly lifestyle,
Oh,
Armani?
yeah, I thought it was the fourth one. The fourth one was into the poly. So we was gonna have a little poly world. I'm a poly girl in the poly world. She was gonna have it was a whole thing that we was gonna do. But it just didn't work out because the other female made pancakes better than her. And she didn't like that.
Wow. So let me
She
ask you a
didn't like
question. Let me ask you a question. In regard to this poly stuff,
it.
when did we get here? When did society change to the point where the standard normal relationship is no longer good enough? And I mean, how much of society is really doing this poly things? I mean, because there's a lot of single people out here looking for love, and it seems like everybody wants to share now. Talk to me about that.
I'm gonna go ahead and keep it real with you, Chris. You remember in the '90s, everybody had good jobs, right? People that was working had good jobs, right?
Right?
That's because people was actually working. You know what I'm saying?
Uh
Now,
huh.
now that those jobs are ceased to existing, those factories, those warehouses, those places are shut down. Things is getting tougher. They get a little bit rougher. They're getting colder. You need a three-income household to make it now in this world. You understand what I'm saying? The economy ain't what it used to be, right? So people are saying, hey, if I'm over here calling so and talking to so and so at the same time, they need to know about each other. Females is doing the same thing. Females have been the first type of poly. Females got 6 different dudes that they call religiously. One to know how to fix stuff, right? Right? One to know how to buy stuff, pay bills, right? Right? You got an occasional one to know how to cook. You keep him around because you be hungry. You know, got one to fly you out of town, trips, vacation. You want to go to Jamaica? You want to go to Jamaica? You call Mr. Jamaica. You call Jamaica every other Friday. How you doing? You doing good? I know your birthday coming up, but nigga birthday ain't coming up in 3 months. You over here calling. You just making sure that you get that little Jamaica trip. All of that. Five dudes. 2 more on the side. You got the high school dude that you can't get rid of because he just pops back in every time he want to because he know that he was the first one to hit it. Then you got one that you think about every other time. Oh, I don't know. He could be the one. He couldn't be the one. He cross-eyed, girl. I don't like no cross-eyed man. But you keep him in the phone. So y'all have the successful poly world, the successful polygamous life. Fellas, we got to take what we can get. You feel what I'm saying? We got to take what we can get. If we get 2 females, hopefully all of them have their teeth. You feel what I'm
Wow.
saying? Hopefully.
So for those who are hopeless romantic, do they need to give up these days?
If you want to be in a monogamous relationship, sure, I would say give up because at this point, your 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 spouse or your partner that you want out of life has pictures and posts on social media with somebody else saying that they was the love of their life. So
Wow.
let's be honest. Let's be honest. Is it going to be solely just for you? Because we're not living in back in the day. Like I said, everybody had jobs. We ain't had time to document no relationships. We took pictures on cruises. You feel what I'm saying? On special occasions. Now couples are taking pictures at Outback Steakhouse. And then you over here with a chick at the same Outback Steakhouse. You go on Instagram a year ago. It's the same goddamn day.
Well, let me
It's
do
a
this
different day.
because I know I can stay on this conversation and I don't want to do that. Somebody said, well, single for life it is.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Wow, it's wow, we getting a man's perspective on it. He just letting us know, ladies, how it is in 2022 going into 2023, what's really happening out there. And sometimes we do want to hear from a man because a lot of brothers won't tell us this, you know what I'm saying? So he's letting
Ain't
us
nobody
know.
gonna keep it. Ain't nobody gonna keep it real more than the person that ain't got nothing to lose. See, I done been down to the bottom of the well. I done seen the good water. I done seen the bad water. I done been poly. I done been monogamous. But the one thing that I haven't seen is somebody being solely honest to the point where everybody can agree that I don't care if I agree with him or not. He's just honest as fucking I like that. There's always got to be something. I don't like the way he said that. I don't like the way he was saying. Well, he was being honest. You want him to lie? I can lie to you. Hell yeah, all y'all gonna get married by 35.
Wow. So let's switch up for a minute because I know we could stay on that because I know the ladies definitely want to talk about that. But I want to find out about your the business that you're in because I know you're doing some amazing things. You have Love Grooves. Is that the name of your production company?
Love
And
Grooves, the
and so
production.
when did you start Love Grooves? When did you start that?
I said about 6 years ago.
And tell me
My
about Love
friend.
Grooves and what exactly you do as a production company besides the production side. I know you have some events you did. You did this amazing event this summer or this fall where you did something. Talk about that for a minute and tell us how that came about and what that involves.
Well, Love Grooves has been around for the past 5 years. We do events in state, out of state. Started it here in Seattle, Washington. We currently have done shows in Texas, Georgia, Florida, Maryland, um, Vegas, um, Oregon, California,
Now these
and
shows or these festivals, because you had like a festival this
yeah,
recently,
yeah.
right?
I,
What was
I
that?
did I did 3 festivals this year. I did the Sweet Auburn Festival in Atlanta, Georgia, and this summer I did the Emoja Festival over here in Seattle, Washington. That was the big one. The Emoja Fest is a yearly festival that we do over here in Washington, and it's my second year in a row hosting this festival here in Washington, and that's when all the vendors, black owned, every black owned business, every black owned vendor, every black owned entrepreneur comes out, and we give awareness to our people, and we recycle the black dollar for 2 days straight, back to back, for the whole weekend in the summer of August. And we raised up to $1,000 for the
Wow.
kids, and we split it between three black women, three black girls growing up to be women. But we did a lot, man. The year before that, we had the Africans with us. I hosted with my homeboy General Matumbo, and we just had a section on everybody from the Congo, everybody from Kenya, everybody from Cape, and we just brought a lot of awareness to our people and our background and our history and our heritage. And
Very.
with that being said, I'm glad that we can even talk about this because a lot of people don't know that I do this. You know, I be tongue in cheek. You feel what I'm saying? I be vulgar. Sometimes I be crazy, but giving back to the people is where I really, I really love to do.
Now you
That's where
did
you can
the
find me.
actual putting together of this event. So you called the vendors, you got the venue, you brought in the music, you got the licenses for the city. I mean, you this is your event. And so if somebody wanted to have an event like this in their city, could they contact you to have Love Grooves come out and bring this to their city?
You would definitely have to go ahead and contact me, or you definitely contact Anthony Tibbs over there at Dope Culture Events to go ahead and get a Mojo Fest type of event to go ahead and go out. Now, I don't want motherfuckers to be calling me up like I'm trying to go ahead and get. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. I ain't got the money for it. No, 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 no. I just got ideas, and I can go ahead and put the thing together. I can write out blueprints for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to break the bank on me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got it. You know? But I can organize it. I go ahead and put it together. Dope cultural events with Anthony Tibbs for the Motor Fest, Love Grooves for any comedy events and any hosting. Um, back and forth. Back and forth is a great team of people that I work with.
So
It's a
we need to come
great
together
team.
and do something. I need to get with you on that. Maybe we need to do something in 2023, 2024. I used to do an event here called Back to the Hood. I have a couple of big festivals that I've done too. And I would love to do something. I have done something in North Carolina and in New York City, but I haven't done it in some of those states. So maybe we can come together and see if there's something we can do to collaborate and give back. As for back to school this year, I did the 80 computers, getting ready to do 10 more computers to a transition home for January, and just
Yeah.
cut the ribbon for a modular home that we got donated for a homeless family a couple of weeks ago. So, we always looking to do something. So, yeah, let's talk about how we could collaborate because, I have that nonprofit 501c3, and
I've been ready. I've been ready to do that.
I'm always looking to do something globally. So, let's talk about that offline for sure. So, now you do comedy, you have Love Grooves. Do you also manage other comedians? I think you have a side of you that does something where you work with new comedians. Talk about that a minute. If there's some comedians out here that are just starting, are you a person that you kind of guide them along that path as well?
It started off as a joke because when I started doing comedy here in Washington, people were like, "Oh man, I want to do jokes like Armani. I want some of that Armani Jones energy because I was so energetic when I went on stage, and I was like, I'm gonna do a comedy school. It was a joke because like I was seeing people doing comedy classes, and we would kind of make fun of people like doing comedy classes because we was very arrogant and very ego driven, like young comedians first starting out. We don't need no comedy classes. We ain't trying to go ahead and be like nobody else do. But some people do learn comedy as an art through classes. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't have any disrespect towards them. So after a while, people just kept on like being around me, and they asked me that, like, hey man, what do you think about this joke, or what do you think about that joke? And after like the third or fourth person, I was like, hey man, if you really value my opinion, um, pay for my services. Like, I'm doing shows through Love Group. If you want me to mentor you, pay $10 a month, like LA Fitness. And with that $10 a month that you pay with me, I will allow you to be a partner of all of my shows, right? I will allow you to sell however many tickets that you want to be in my shows. I don't want any money from it. You keep your
Wow.
money. You feel what I'm saying? I'm showing you how to hustle. I'm showing you how to
Yes.
market yourself. I'm
Yes.
showing you how to, and all you have to do is pay $10 a month, right? I
Wow.
was doing that with multiple comedians out here in the circuit in Seattle. multiple
That's
comedians.
amazing.
So that's how I started out. But at the same time, it's like I don't want to mentor nobody no more. You feel I'm still learning. You feel what
Right.
I'm saying? Like I'm still learning. And shout out to Shaquana, one of my best students. You feel what I'm saying? We don't do open mics. She at the stage first. You feel what I'm saying? We go straight first. We start walking up in there, rolling up in there. You feel what I'm saying? We the star. You feel what I'm saying?
Now
We
listen,
don't
you know
do
what? I have met Shaquana. Shaquana's good, and I think she actually wound up getting with one of Def Jam's finest, Teddy, and going out there and doing something with Teddy Carpenter. So I'm proud of her, and that comes from
yeah,
being mentored by you. So that's an example of what your mentorship is doing. So shout out to you for how you helped her to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. So now in your city and your state, you have a venue where you actually are doing shows and setting up shows on a consistent basis where people can actually contact you if they want to get on the program.
venues, plural. I've not only polygamous with life, polygamous with business. You know what I'm saying? I have multiple venues that I go to. Shout out to Chapel Lounge, a couple of different Starbucks that's over here in the city. That lets me go ahead and do a couple of open mics. Jones, who I just met the other day, we're gonna go ahead and be doing a show over there in January. Forum Lounge, they used to be the Parlor in Bellevue. Uh, um, what's that? McKinley Art. That's over on there, McKinley Street in Tacoma. Uh, 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 Johnny T's is over there in Wenatchee. Red Robin, that's over there in Pascal. No, not Red Robin. Red Lion, a hotel that's over there in Pascal that has the Grizzlies Bar and Grill. Um, a Glow Bar ATL in Atlanta. Apache
And you are
ATL.
making your mark all over the place, and apparently you're doing something right because they're bringing you back, and you're getting more and more venues. So that's amazing. So I do have your email on the screen. If people want to book you and they want to inquire, go ahead and email him at armanijonesbooking@gmail.com. Armani Jones Booking@gmail.com, and then you can
Yeah,
reach out to him and he can help you to set up a show, be on the show. Just email him. And what
yeah.
would you like them to send you if they email you, Armani?
Just send me your footage. If you're a comedian, just go ahead and send me a good 5 to 10 minute clip of your footage, a bio, real quick bio, headshot, and information where I can contact you back. Now, if you're a brand new comedian, don't be mad if it takes me a little bit longer to get to you. It's just the fact I have to go ahead and I have to go through everything that I'm going through. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of emails. Let me get back to you when I get back to you. If you're a first year, second year in, even if you hot and blazing, I'm still gotta look at the elders a little bit right before you. Not it's not the fact I'm trying to go ahead and dish you. It's the fact that I have to go ahead and do it like the OGs have to do me. You feel what I'm saying? So other than that, if you're trying to go ahead and contact me for my OnlyFans, that's freakydeakyjones@gmail.com. But that's a whole other site. You feel what I'm saying? You don't really gotta send me too much footage. Just send the
21 and over.
address. It's
21 and
21 and
over.
over. You definitely gotta send a picture of your ID and your birth certificate. Sometimes your social ID, your social security number. But it's only if you're in it for the long haul. Yeah. But that's it.
So,
That's all.
wow. So let me ask you this, Armani. Acting. Have you done some acting and did some parts in any type of plays or any type of acting?
I have. I just received my first acting check. It's literally over here to my right now. I would go ahead and grab it, but I don't want to show people. I don't want to show people.
So what
Uh,
did you do? But tell us about that first gig, and was that planned? I mean, was that in the foreplan when you
no.
decided what you wanted to do next? Was that next? You wanted to be in a movie?
I've been writing scripts for like the past 2 3 years. So me and my boy Sid Santiano has been been going back and forth, just writing out some scripts. And I've been trying to learn what's going on behind the camera as well. So we acquired some cameras, start playing around with it, start seeing what we can do, start seeing what we can shoot. And my homeboy Mike DeVrino, who stays out here in Seattle, is also a comedian and he writes scripts as well. He has an animation that he does. He put me into production. He got me a job as a PA for a couple of different shoots that was going on along Seattle. So I started working, and one of the movies that I was being a production assistant with, uh, they were doing a scene at like a comedy show. So Mike told him like, "Hey, Armani really does comedy. Like y'all should highlight Armani. Like he really does comedy." Like I'm like, "Yeah, I do." It's like, "Oh, okay." And I did a couple of my jokes on set. I had people laughing. So they were like, "You know what? You want to be in the movie?" I'm like, I guess, yeah, sure." I'm thinking they just playing like it's gonna be like an extra scene, but they put me in the movie. And they paid me 2 checks for it. So
So how long
shout
did
out
it
to
take you
everybody.
to write that script? How long did it take you to write a script on money?
For me, I don't want to tell people because honestly, I don't want people to have a, I don't want people to have a false sense of
Okay.
grind. For me, it might be different for others. For a regular person, it'll probably be like 5 to 6 months to complete a script.
Okay.
With me, I like to freestyle a lot. I like to think on the spot. My boy Sis Santiano, like he like Ranking Man. Like he know how to type. He type. And with type exclamation points, everything's right. Like he Filipino, he could type with his feet. You feel what I'm saying? He got little feet fingers. You feel me? If he's sleepy, type with his feet. Bow, little monkey toes. Bow, the boy good. So we can bang out a script in less than a week or 2 weeks.
Wow. So now I got a question for you, Armani. I'm switching up again. I see you got something in your hand there, and I know that I think you are a person who loves the cannabis and everything. And in this day and age, it's legal in certain states and everything. Talk to me about that. Is that what helps you to get creative when you smoke? And tell us about that part of why you do what you do.
This is even a good road. I forgive my role on this one. This is kind of chunky today. But it does help my creativity, but at the same time it help me not slap the shit out of people. You understand what I'm saying? Like being a comedian is rough. You realize that being a comedian is rough. Being a person that job is to make everybody happy, especially when you feeling sad, is a hell of a job to have, especially in these trying times. So this helps out. It calms the nerves of everyday life. Takeoff just died. Smoking for him.
Wow. Wow.
Coolio died. Smoking one for him. You feel what I'm saying? Aries Spears' career died. Smoking one for him. You know?
Yeah, and you know what? It's amazing because I see so many people smoking a lot on camera these days, and I know that they are free with it, and it's just
Hmm.
letting me know that that's the time that we live in right now. We're living in a different time where people are expressing themselves differently. You know what I mean? And so
I
people need to know.
remember I remember in the 50s that Rat Pack, the Frank Sinatras, the Sammy James Jr., they would they would sit on the couch with live TV and they'll smoke. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't get to the point of smoking on airplanes and restaurants or nothing like that. But for the people that do relax and they chill on out, let them go ahead and chill on out, man, because you never know what's going on in that person's head. That person could be a pilot, that person could be a cop, that person could be somebody that just got divorced. Either way it go, all three of them could kill you. Let them
Mm.
smoke their weed.
Now, so let me think. Let me think what I haven't talked about you because there's so many parts of you. Armani, you're also a graphic artist designer, and you've done flyers for me. You're very gifted in that. So
Mhm.
communication, graphic arts, people could contact you for that too, or is that something that you're not doing right now while you're doing the scripts?
I'm I've been focused more on me, you know, like only a couple of people will know about my graphic design work, like you, Swan, like a couple other people will know. I really started on graphic designs back like 2008, 2009 because I wanted to work on like album covers for artists. Like I wanted to play like with uh with certain visions and certain looks to describe people's music, right? And I was gonna put it on album covers. So I just tried that for a little bit, and then after that, me and Sis Santiano, who was my graphic designer starting out, um, like we just start making dope designs and dope flyers to get people to come out to shows because comedy show flyers were plain. Be one microphone, or it'd be a weak picture or a bad picture of the comedian doing a little silly, little smile. Like, nah, man, let's make it sexy. Like, let's make comedy sexy. Like, let's make people want to come to the comedy show. Like, make people want to feel like they might meet their next girlfriend or boyfriend at the comedy show. So we start
Mm-hmm.
making sexy comedy flyers and stuff like that. And from there, it just re-sparked my love of art. So I started doing my own design work. Um, and I start helping out my friends with their design. So if y'all want help with anything, I can go ahead and give y'all a package. Hit me up at Armani Jones booking at Gmail. But I'm more worried about, focusing on myself and make myself
So,
pop.
wow. So you've heard so much about what this young man does, from his production company to his mentoring skills to him booking shows in his city near him to him now writing scripts. So much going on, Armani. Who is your mentor?
Uh, Jesus and Tito Jackson,
What about
big
as far
mentors.
as any comedians that work with you closely that you, or who do you look up to as a comedian? Let me ask you that, since you are a comedian.
The guys that put me on, is it's weird to even say because you're looking at me like, oh, Armani, how the hell you, how the, how are you? That's how the hell is that your mentor? And and I'm just figuring this out. One of my mentors is a writer for Jamie Foxx, and his name is
Nice.
Johnny motherfucking Mac, light skinned
Mm-hmm.
dude with dreads. You feel what I'm saying? If you watch the movie Any Given Sunday when he was playing football, remember Jamie was playing football? If you
Mm-hmm.
watch Any Given Sunday, Johnny Mac is in the back when they had the commercial that my name is Willie Beam, and I keep the ladies creaming. And Johnny Mac is back with his shirt off doing this dance and stuff, on the side. So if you watch that movie, that's my mentor right there, the light skinned dude in the dreads, and any given Sunday with his shirt off doing this in the back. That's one of my mentors.
And that's why
He
you a
told
nut, because he's a nut, because so you was following him, and so that's why you are who you are. Let me ask you this,
pretty
as
much
we get ready to try to wind it on down. What do you want to be known for? What do you want your legacy to be? Because we are all building a legacy here on earth. When it's all said and done, what do you want people to know and remember about Armani Jones?
he was his granddaddy's grandson. My grandfather was always the person that knew how to talk, communicate with large groups of people. And he'll be like the last person out of the venue type of thing, last person out of church because he just had to say hi to everybody. He was that guy. I want to be that guy for my grandkids.
And so, ever want to be married? Do you think the next time you pull that good old ring out and you think you'll get past the poly and find yourself back in a monogamous with one woman to settle down to enjoy all these things with one day?
I feel like I could be monogamous with multiple women, and that's what the whole thing is. I feel like you can have a polygamous life, but a solo relationship with each woman. That's why it's polygamous. You have like your own way of loving each one, and it's not about like just being freaky. It's about like a family, like a tribe of people trying to go ahead and make it better for each other. And yes, I believe that having sister wives will be the step for Armani Jones. I feel like it will happen. I feel like a compound is in my future, and I feel like a, a good a good amount of furniture, for each wing is going to be necessary. You know,
And I heard you say you have a relationship with the man upstairs, so I know that you let him guide your footsteps, and I know that you meditate and you seek him first, because anybody who starts out by saying God is the head of their life, I know that that plays a part in what you do too. Is that correct?
yes, yes.
And
My
a lot of
grandmother
people
was.
think that a lot of people think that you got to have this Christian faith, you got to have this religious faith, you got to have a, not to have faith. You can
Mm.
have faith. Everybody can have faith. Everybody can believe. So Armani's letting you see that everybody can believe. So nowadays, it's not going to look like what it used to look like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That Bible toting, church going person. It's not always going to look like that.
Let me
So
let
no.
me let me tell you. Let me tell you. Back in the days, it wasn't looking like what it was back in the day. My grandmother was the most high, mighty, God lovingest pastor. She's an actual pastor. But the way she cussed, you wouldn't think that she believed in Jesus. And she cussed every day. Cussing, just cuss. What about it? What MF? What MF that? I can't make that. Yelling, cussing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, she'll pray for you. You know, she'll pray for you. She said, "You rather have me pray for you than pray on you," right?
Wow.
So when I'm being raised by that, a strong black Christian woman that was in the church, that I seen the church treat her. How they treated her was they didn't want a woman to be in leadership of the congregation. There was a lot of back talk. There was a lot of pillow biting. So my relationship with the church not the same as everybody else's because I seen backdoor of it as a child. But my relationship with God is stronger than anybody's because I know for a fact that He's with me, even if I'm smoking this, or if I'm sober than the motherfucking OJ when he's stabbing white girls. Either way it go, I know He's with me, just like He's with you. It's about who's accepting themselves more and who's trying to judge the next person less.
Wow.
You did.
Well, I thank you for sharing that, because a lot of times people they get confused and they really don't know. They don't know, and they really need to stop trying to figure it out for other people. They need to figure it out for themselves. So if you
Talk
see
about
somebody
it.
you don't understand what they're doing, it's not for you to understand. Like everybody has a different path they're walking. Everybody has a different journey. Everybody has a different story. That's why we have story time, and you might be able to relate to a story that somebody tells, and it might not be the same as yours, but you can't make that decision for them. God, everybody has their own walk with God. So we just have to learn to mind our own business. You know what I mean? That's bottom
Hmm.
line, and just worry about our own, and not worry about what everybody else is doing.
I
Oh,
remember
money, I
somebody
thank
tried
you
to
so much.
say. I remember somebody tried to tell me one time. It was like, "I'm not. You have such a potty mouth or whatever." Because with me, I said, my grandma called me a black bitch one time
Ooh,
at choir rehearsal. Yeah, yeah. If my grandmama was a pastor, you feel what I'm saying, and called me a black bitch one time, I was 13 years old. I was 13. I ain't do nothing to be warranted being a black bitch at 13. So if she can call me that, right, and still go to heaven and not be in the waiting line, I'm pretty sure the guy is okay with me. I'm pretty sure the guy is all right. You feel what I'm saying? If my grandmama ain't in line waiting right now, you feel what I'm saying? That I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be good up there. You feel what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that the only other person that ain't gonna be up there is Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm pretty sure that's the only person that ain't gonna be up there. I'm pretty sure everybody else is cool. Cause God love me like he love you. You feel what I'm saying? That's
And
all I'm
again,
saying.
some people might not be able to relate to that. You see what I'm saying? Some people can't relate to that. That's why I said it's not for you to relate to, because everybody had their own walk, everybody had their own experience, everybody had their own perception. So the best thing we can do in this day and age is just try to, figure out what's best
So,
for us.
This the crazy part. You know who baptized me?
Who?
You know who baptized me?
Who?
You know who my cousin? You know who my actual cousin is? God bless. God bless his soul.
Who?
Marvin Sapp.
Marvin Sapp. Really?
Marvin Sapp is from Grand Rapids,
Wow.
Michigan. Marvin
Wow.
Sapp is my actual cousin.
Wow.
Marvin Sapp is my actual cousin. Never would have made it without
Never would have
you.
made it. Oh
I would
man, isn't that
have
something?
lost it all.
That's what I'm saying. People
So,
just never know.
so
You never know where people come from. So now let me
you
say this
never
as we
know.
get ready to close. I've been asking you a lot of questions, right? But what is it that you want to tell the people that I haven't asked you? What is it that's on your heart that you want the people to know? Whether it's something that you have coming up or something maybe that I didn't touch on. What is something that you would like to let the people know from your heart in regards to where you're heading, where you've been, or what you have coming up as a form of a summation? Give the people that, because I want to make sure you get a chance to tell them that.
Uh, I just close remarks to anybody that's trying to go ahead and get in contact with me. You already know how to hit me up. Go ahead and hit up Bristol, hit up Shaquan. Feel what I'm saying? They'll plug you in with me. You know, they got my personal phone number with whatever they need. I make sure that I go ahead and get to them. You feel what I'm saying? So if you can get to me, get to them, because them sisters is really doing their thing. I appreciate you and your podcast, your platform. I appreciate how Shaquana is helping you and you helping Shaquana go on to the next level. I appreciate the progression of two beautiful black women and all the other black women that is combined on these Instagram streets, trying to go ahead and make a powerful, positive impact on the culture. I want to let you know that you are appreciated, and you are admired, for the path and the journey that y'all taking. So I
Oh
just want to
wow.
go ahead and just want to go ahead and get up for
Wow.
y'all. Just
Wow.
want to get up for
Oh, thank you so much. That's I'm a newcomer out
y'all.
here,
Just want to
so
get
I
up for y'all.
appreciate that. And you know what, Armani, I have to say on that note, a lot of people, I want to tell you, don't get caught up in the numbers. Don't get
Mhm.
caught up in the numbers. A lot of people come out here on social media and they're so focused on being an influencer, right? But there's such thing called a micro influencer, like micro because your numbers might be small, but you know what? It's not about the numbers. If you're walking in your calling, if you have an assignment and you understand that assignment and you follow through with that assignment, the numbers don't even matter. Because
Don't
the
matter.
right person is going to get the message, the right person is going to be impacted, and your mission will be accomplished. I promise you, the right
Yeah.
person will hear you, the right person will see you, the right person will respond to you, and you may have the lowest numbers out there. You may have the lowest numbers out there, and you will still achieve your goal. So I just want to tell you that. And
Mhm.
that's the bottom line, Armani, I thank you. I thank you for all that you do. I thank you for being yourself. I thank you for being yourself. So many people out here are phony. So many people out here trying to be something they're not. They're trying to conform to society. They're trying to conform to all these different social media platforms. But you are just you. And you don't care about what nobody thinks about it. You're just you. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you for being you, you know. And I wish you the best in everything that you do. And I look forward to meeting you one day. I meant what I said about collaborating, and let's make it happen, man. Let's make it happen because that's what happens. We meet people for a reason. So let's come together. Let's make it happen. I really would love to do that. And we got to get Shaquana to be a part of that too. And I want to
Yeah.
thank you guys. I want to thank you guys for coming through from Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all platforms. For those who are looking at us live, for those who come back and do the replay, we thank you. For those who are liking, who are sharing, who are commenting, who are subscribing. And Armani, you have a YouTube channel. Please remind the people what your YouTube channel is in your social media platform, please.
Look, man. Go on Armani Jones Comedy. Let's go ahead and get up there. Let's go ahead and get up there. Armani Jones Comedy on YouTube. You can go ahead and find all the Laugh and Libation episodes on Shaquana's YouTube channel. You can find Big Time Comedy Showcase. My mini special, Night in Paradise, is on there as well. I'm not putting up no more material until we go ahead and get those views up because, like you just said,
Okay.
the numbers are not important. So the numbers that we do have are the people that valued it, loved it, and continuously saying that they like it. But it's just about getting those people to make sure that they share, like, and subscribe so we can go ahead and continuously get them up.
So in other words, you have to tend to those who are already connected to you. So that's a
Yeah.
valid point you made. Like if you have 5 people, if you have 10 people, if you have 100 people, don't worry about getting 1,000 people. Tend to those that you have, connect with those that you have because they were sent to you for a reason. And then that's all you need to do. Those are the people that were meant to be with you. And I guarantee you, that's all you need. Don't worry about nobody else. The
The
rest will
people
happen.
that's the people that's personally subscribed to my YouTube, they'll get my they'll get my private, like, exclusive stuff first before
Yes, yes, yes,
anybody else
yes,
get a chance to see
yes,
it.
yes, 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 yes. That's correct.
You hear me?
Well, listen, we're gonna end this right here on that note, and I want to thank you so much. I want to thank the young lady in the background doing all that hard work and making sure we get that stuff, and everybody who came through. I want to thank y'all too. I see the comments over there, and I just want to say thank you so much for just coming through. Thank you. The numbers don't matter, you know. We know society will have you think that, but they really don't. Again, you've been listening to Storytime. My name is Crystal Bodie Smith. I'm your hope catalyst. And you know, my mission is to stir up the gift, instill hope, and save lives. I will be back on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, 8 p.m. Eastern, I believe this Tuesday is going to be with conflict. That's going to be a good one, too. You know, I'm bringing you people from all walks of life, everybody. So when you come to this channel and you're going to hear the stories, you're going to hear all the stories, okay? You're going to hear all the stories, all right? So this is going to be where it goes down in a mighty unique way. Almighty, I want to thank you. God bless you. Let's talk. Uh,
God
we
bless.
know that you are blessed. Next year, this time, ain't no telling where you might be. I might see you on the movie screen, man, or your movie script will be on the screen if you're not on it. You know what I mean?
Like I said, I got a movie coming out next year. Marcy's, shout out to Marcy's, the team over there. And you might see me on a couple other things. You feel what I'm saying? And shout out to Crystal. Shout out to Crystal. You might see me pull up North Carolina soon. You might see
Come
a
on in
comedy
North Carolina
show.
and listen. Call me for
You
one of them
know.
parts. You never know. I might could do something in there. You know, don't call a sister.
Uh,
You know,
Look,
call a
I,
sister.
I
I
got you.
say
I
call her
got
too.
you.
I don't
I
sing and I don't
got
dance, but
you.
call.
Me too. Me too.
I
You
got you,
never know.
Pat. You better be ready.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
We'll be ready.
Yeah, yeah.
Go
Well,
ahead and
listen,
be
we're gonna
ready,
get out of
Pat.
here, and I will see y'all
Yeah.
next time on Story Time. Don't forget to tune in at 6 p.m. on
Hey.
Sundays, 8 p.m. on Tuesdays,
Yeah.
same place, same time.
Same place.
And
Same
don't
time.
forget to lock in at Shout Crystal on Instagram. All right. God bless you all. Thank you so much, and we'll see you
God
next
bless.
time. Story Time. Thank you, Armani. Peace and
Shout out to
blessings.
my OnlyFans. Shout out to my
Yeah.
OnlyFans. Shout out to my OnlyFans.
Yeah,
That's
Lord have mercy.
Anaconda Jones. One,
Yeah.
two, three at OnlyFans. Pat, look me up.
Woo!
See you.